kwiaty w nasieni, na chusteczce w kieszeni, na chusteczce w kieszeni. Dziewka góry rzezała, krewka ją, hej, krewka ją popraskała.
Oh, I had a girl and she was good, but one of her legs was made of wood. Her hair was false and her teeth was too, and there wasn't much for me to do. Turkey in the straw, a turkey in the hay, a turkey in the straw. What did you say? Hey, rolling, twisting up a high tuck haw. Hit it up a tune called Turkey in the Straw. My wife says I'm just like a goose. Try to snooze to beat the deuce. She says, what's the use to chew that snooze when you got to spit out most of the juice? A turkey in the straw, a turkey in the grass, a turkey in the straw. I get a kick out of this. Roll 'em, twist 'em up a high up at the hall. Hit it up a tune called Turkey in the Straw.
Yeehaw! And such. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to today's stream. We've introduced with proper yokeling music before we start yokeling about. You check a cowboy. That's not cowboy music. That's basically just yokel music. That's basically like the old-timeiest of old-time folky music. Whether the fuck. Yeah. Ah! Everybody can yee, huh? Jeez. Okay. Maybe I should start booting up the game. Okay, good evening in general. You might hear that I'm a bit on the sickish side. Because currently I have a bit of respiratory problems. Meaning I can barely breathe. In the sense that I really have a lot of trouble breathing through my mouth. And I'm quite a mouth breather, so I'm not used to breathing through my nose, but when I breathe through my mouth, I barely get air. So it's like and it's fucking obnoxious. Because things that are kinda required for you to live is actually being able to breathe, which is currently kind of a hassle for me. Sleeping is a bit hard for me. Usually because I get a reminder that I don't breathe enough. Yeah, I just wake up like, yeah. Would you like me to give you a tracheostomy? Is that something that involves shoving something up my butt? Or what exactly is tracheostomy? Awesome, man. This is a game I would definitely wish I would have an SSD that is large enough to, so I could store the game. Okay, trachea is not my butt, right? So it's like my throat, like, yeah. And what would that exactly do? Because right now, it feels like I have a very fat person sitting on my chest. And he refuses to move until, the 24/7 marathon of all. What is it? What is the show that fat people, a long-running show that fat people watch? I don't know. Insert random show here. He refuses to move until it's over. How about, yeah, he wants to rewatch Game of Thrones. How about that? But only the good seasons. So that involves up until season. How many seasons does Game of Thrones now have or had? 9 or 8? Like he watches all the way up to season 8, but we can ignore season 9 because he still thinks that the seasons before were enough of a warning sign. Either way, let's continue because I might as well let it load. Yeah. Naruto is a pretty good one. Although the more I hear about people watching Naruto, the more I hear that it's actually a genuinely decent show. Because for me, it always always looked like kind of a kiddie show. In the sense of like, you know, the maturity level of like Pokemon. But it actually matured quite a lot now with the recent seasons. That Naruto is actually a pretty decent character drama at this point. But I can't tell. For me, Naruto is still a kiddie show. And I've refused to change my opinion because that would involve me changing my mind. Alright, so after we yokeled away from our hometown getting attacked, we are here. Yeah, except when they were here, here's the final, they said it took years. Multiple fillers doing it. So they basically had to do what Game of Thrones had to do, like just try to fill in the gaps, or try. At least, although at least they at least had some end game they could copy in the end, unlike Game of Thrones. I just got sick of waiting. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Run. Well, I successfully did that. Okay, I can talk to Sir Robert. Alright, so we did manage to rescue her. Good. Yeah, because she ran inside the house. Although I'm not sure how much of a rescue that was in the end, because I mean they were still outside. Oh man, more white nationalist Bohemian Redneck Simulator. Oh god, please do not let this drama spark up. In the end. Wait, man, I took an hour in the leg. Well, luckily it wasn't the knee, otherwise my adventuring days would be over. Yuck. Alright. Alright, that's fine, Sir Robard. Maybe also... Might also have like several status ailments, right? Where do I see? I have 2 speech. Where do I see my status? Oh, there. I'm hungry and I'm tired. Well, let's see if I can get some grub around here. Oh, that's a...
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
Well, people have been kind of dying. I can talk to her. Well, might as well be awful.
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry, too. These foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above.
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything.
Not sure why I need to pass persuasion checks for that.
I'll never forget it.
Well, we were chased by an army of Cubans. Not Cubans.
All the saints in heaven must have been watching over you.
Cubans?
To keep you alive. But you're safe here now.
Oh, I guess so. Cumans, yes, not Cubans. Oh, I'm in a private area. Oh, why do I have... Oh, I guess it's because I'm tired. Can I sleep here? No, that's not a sleep area. I might have a bed symbol around here. Can I take a sleepy here? There's also something to eat. No, don't sit, sleep. Okay, I guess I can only sleep in the designated bed, yeah. Ooh. But there's a pretzel symbol. Oh, it's the good old problem of like the problem of verticality. Oh. Hey,
Have
thanks for
fun.
subbing, man. Thank you. Does that take your vision? I think it's it. I would say it's below me. Always hate this problem with like height.
Must eat.
Jesus, don't be so dramatic. Fine, I'm gonna get something to eat. Hello, do you have something to eat for me? No, you're just a villager. I must eat. Please. Hello, stable master. You don't look particularly stable. Not stable at all.
I hear you came from Skalitz today.
Well, we survived an attack from the humans and arrived safely in this little place here. And now our idea is to report to Sir Robert. Why did I lose reputation? I just want to eat something. But I can't get to the pretzel symbol. Oh, might as well just talk to Sir Robert then.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard from your father. They say you were
now.
a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Now I can go eat.
I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Hmm. Can I? Oh, now I can go eat. Ah, damn it.
Milady. You're fortunate.
Okay, I'm still trying to find a reason why these PowerPoint presentation cutscenes happen.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Yeah. I hope this would only be for that one cutscene, but it's
How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear.
well, apparently
Aren't
that's
you, young master.
König, do you know by chance anything of this? Why the frame rate dips in certain cutscenes?
Eat your fill.
I think it's with
And a little
cutscene that
wine to
involves
wash it down.
more than 3 NPCs or
Thank you,
something
my
like
lady.
that.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
That won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the
True.
courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Or maybe reward me with a couple of frames.
You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Anti-piracy. But I legally bought the game, or rather, some Grawl gifted it to me. So that can't be the reason. I think I'll either put it onto borderless window or the other thing respectively, depending on what I have.
Filthy boots before getting into bed.
Jeez, man. Could be a little bit more nicer to me. I just lost my mom and dad. Barely got away with my life. Fabulous. Peter Molyneux came back to haunt me for not liking Fable. Objective, eat. Okay, I can do that. I'm good at eating. You can even die. Alright, let's see. Settings. Graphic settings. Okay, let's use... Oh, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't have board. Oh, there we go, borderless. Well, I would usually say that borderless has worse, whatchamacallit, performance, but we'll give it a try. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, now, of course, it doesn't fill my whole screen. Well, that's gonna be awkward. Yeah, let's scratch it to full screen. That would be neat. No, not really. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, hey, it's lentil mash again. Oh, yoink. Oh, I'm just gonna take everything. You said I should eat up, so I'm gonna eat up. Take your cheese. Well, it's really tight. No, not tight. How do you say it? Really. See, are those sweet rolls? I do like how he like twists his arm and he tries to pick up the thing. Do you see this? He goes like this. Like he twists his arm and he's like trying to pick up the apple. Yeah, dense. Oh, duck. Yoink. I don't know, he picks up pretty properly, I'd say. Like he just stuffs it into his... Ooh, wine. Yoink. Can I eat from that? Let me just show... I just imagine like, oh hey, look. Delicious food. Let me take me a bit.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
What? Why? Why does your stomach hurt? You just ate. I guess I didn't eat enough. Oh, Rob. I don't mean to rob. Can I eat more? I guess no. Fine, I'm gonna eat some of the other things. Oh, let's eat some lentil. Well, that one is almost bad, so let's eat that. Nom nom nom. Okay. What? I'm still starving. Jesus. Okay, let's start eating some of these apples. Oh, what is that? Oh, that has healing properties, eh? I might as well just eat the lentil mash. There we go. Jesus, he's a hungry fella. There we go. Finally not. Oh, I'm tired.
My word.
Yes, I get it here.
Good God.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I should lay down. I figure. What? Jesus, dude. Are you ever getting out of here, stable master? Horse. Robot horse. Horse. Oh, I can steal it. Mountain steel. Inspect horse. My horse. Damn. He's really good at inspecting those horses.
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
Oh.
I can tell you what happened, but I don't understand why. We were just doing the usual business when the
First I have to talk about my tragic story.
Anyone who couldn't flee to the castle was cut down. They destroyed everything. It's a miracle I escaped with my life.
Jesus. Your sleepy meter is only halfway over there. Jesus. Inspect that horse as well. Elena. Only has 10 courage. That's just horse. Horse, Elena. Divish, horse. Horse. Jesus. Why can't I expect Divish's horse? Pity. Alright, let's go and get some sleep. Hello, Mr. Guard. Is this the place where I can sleep? No, I think not. Well, I could technically sleep there, but I think I don't want to. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Stop it. It's a neat effect though. Well, I think I'm in the wrong place. I might as well just explore the place a little bit. Oh, that's lockpicking. Those horse butts. You like what you see, eh? I'm looking for my place to sleep. I think it's inside this house right here. Oh. Hello. Do you come here often? Wait a minute. What does that... Why do I have a... Wait, what does that mean if I have this plus thing? What does that mean? Player. Reading spot. Oh, that's a place where I can read. Sadly, I cannot. Farting in this game is sadly not possible. Inventory. Oh, so I could now read something, I see. Oh, so I have my cooked chicken. Well, might as well just eat it. There we go. Okay, time to get up. If you can read. Hey, did you know I'm tired? Let me yawn in your face. Okay, I think I can get inside here. Yep, that looks like a place to sleep. If you're tired, you're something over and your eloquence. Oh, is that my... guess that's my bed. Oh, that's a private area. Sorry, I'll be right back. I even get a full bed. That's pretty nice. Okay. Well, I think I press E to sleep.
I hear you came from Scotland today.
Oh, comfort, nourishment, energy. Is there nothing to say how long I need to sleep? Oh wait, it tells me. Look. So to get to 100 energy. Christ!
Is someone there?
Damn. Okay, I see. The longer I sleep, the more energy I get. 23. Oh, that's actually kind of a neat idea. Okay. Let's just sleep. Yeah. Let's just sleep. Sleep 12 hours. I'm dead tired after all. Well, it's still neatly done. I'm not quite sure what the reading thing means. I think it's actually about acquiring new skills, like reading more in the sense of like studying things.
Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Hey, I told you to sleep.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion.
Well, I mean, I usually wouldn't sleep 12 hours either, but I mean, we almost died.
No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
Well, she's trying to make me drunk.
But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers.
How conspicuous of
How
her.
awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
What a nice lady. That's an interesting camera angle, to say the least.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected.
I've been used to
The day
telling the
started
story.
just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind. My girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening. Our meeting
Cinematic
was
camera.
Oh dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Oh, what the? Oh, now I've realized why it's so weird.
The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it.
Well, that's interesting to
Praised
say the
Father's
least.
work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living.
I think he's supposed to sit on the
You
bed.
don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. Sigismund's cavalry was composed of humans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no
Sorry,
regard for
level
rules of
10
warfare.
monk.
Bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Well, I'm not sure.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get married. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor,
Well, was it ever
saw
confirmed
how
that it
he
is
charged at him,
Sigismund's
cut
party?
down my father without a thought.
I mean, that's so
He
far
turned
only
on my mother.
speculation, right?
He murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a material path around the castle. I ran as if my life depended on it, which it did. But my guardian angel watched over me and I made it to the mill below the castle.
It's as well you did. The Lord be praised.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench.
The mill
She'd been
wench.
caught by a gang of human savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
War.
God alone knows
War
why he
never
let such
changes.
things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horror we went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took.
Well, Henry's a
before
good
Havel was
listener.
condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old
Well,
man.
the best way you can punish Havel is by
So Divish
backstabbing
seems
him.
like a good, strong
yeah.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg, After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Oh.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Oh, you can keep the food.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Oh, he still has his boots on, so that whole talk about leaving off the boots is that something I was supposed to do myself? Well, I guess nightmares will keep you from resting.
Wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Scouts.
You really think it's a good idea to bring me to the battlements? We learned women in the Middle Ages. Society. Beekeeping. Where is it? Characters? Tutorials? Would be here, right? It's here. Women in the Middle Ages. In the medieval, purely patriarchal society, the man was head of the family, with the roles of woman determined by the relationship to him, wife, mother, or widow. Did not leave their homes very much or wander in vicinity needlessly. Some rules about venturing dictated by the social class. Hey, playing musical instruments, at least something, Yeah, this game is actually a pretty big, Oh hey, toilets! I'm actually curious about that entry, because I was wondering at one point how the toilet system worked. Beauty was... Wait. High Middle Ages, the ideal of beauty was thin, pale, with long blonde hair, small rounded breasts, relatively narrow hips, and narrow waist. Oh, so it's not the... How do you always say? Childbirth friendly? Childbirth friendly hips? I always thought they were supposed to be... The most important thing was, of course, health and fertility. When the Middle Ages would be beginning a sexual maturity to be brand ritual every year. It was not unusual for one mother to be 3 or 4 times over by the complicated and off during that. Well, less attention than boys, but it was. Old mates seduce daughters and daughters and unmarried mothers brought the family shame, while boys inherited livelihood. The parents girls are given a dowry which to compensate the bridegroom. Hi all. Hey Radix. Okay, toilets. I don't want to read that. During the wars, people went outdoors to relieve themselves to the cowshed or dung heap in the yard. Houses have a hut built by the dung heap. At night, chamber pots were used, tucked under the beds or emptied in the morning. Tucked under the bed? Ew! Ew! Just imagine that. Houses and welfare homes, you will find a privy, a toilet located whenever possible in one of the heated rooms in an oriel on the first floor. It wasn't necessary a door. Oh yeah, right. That was the place where the Lannister king was shot to death by Tyrion. He was on the shitter, or on the privy. It was in the banquet hall itself, so no one would have to depart. What? I don't want to miss the party. I want the shit right in the fucking right in the fucking party hall. Oh, to empty chamber pots out of windows onto the city streets. Oh, Lord. Ew. The game came out buggy because the Jews were sabotaging it. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, that was a shit post, right? That was not actually somebody believing that. Not that I wouldn't be surprised if someone believed that. Okay, take the torch from the table. Torch. Pick up. Need a light? Use the torch by holding one. I'm gonna use a Nighthawk potion. What, are you seriously? Are you telling me that there's some sort of night vision potion? That's unrealistic. Okay, holding. The other equipment either. I don't have a night eye potion. Let's see. Torch. See, maybe light for your dark. No, let's go. Sorry. Damn, look at that. Torch gives me 6 charisma. Alright. Well, you can also punch with the torch. It's kind of weird that the torch seems to do no damage. I mean, you could use it to not punch something, but at least burn something. Even in D&D, it does 1 fire damage. You go hit with it. Oh, yeah, gateway stairs. Thank you. Oop. Hey guys, what's going on?
Good health to you.
Do you know what's happening?
No. What about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with Soropa. Didn't you
I like that spontaneous finger pose, like... No. Alright. Sure thing. Do you know anything?
God be with you.
You know what's happening?
Sigismund, who else? That bastard conquered Scarlet, now he's trying to take Kalmberg.
Okay, I know, it's nice that you know. It's nice that you know what's going on, but your body doesn't. But like you could have interjected and said like, ah, yeah. probably Sigismund.
There's too few of us. And anyway, if he's really got such a big army, he might not even hold out against the first offensive.
Talmberg's a strong castle, though. It can handle a siege.
The best thing would be to join forces with Scarlets and wipe Sigismund's bastards off the face of the earth.
That's probably why they attacked so quick, so we wouldn't have time to join forces.
I was about to say, Scarlets is kind of non-existent anymore.
For sure, Sigismund ain't no fool. A backstabbing swine, maybe, but no fool.
You're right there.
Hey, Scarlets kind of burned to the ground.
What's happening? Have you heard anything?
No. It could be Sigismund's army, or his scouts, or maybe Scarlet's folk who survived the pillaging. I wouldn't expect nothing good. Good luck to you.
Not suspecting Andromeda. Yeah, Ryder's right. I think BioWare is plenty good at sabotaging themselves, or rather EA sabotaging BioWare.
You know what's happening?
Don't ask me, I don't know shit. Just a minute ago, I was sleeping after a day's watch at the gate.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Rumpy Pants. After all, wasn't there the article that basically said that out of all big dev studios, BioWare is getting the short end of the stick because they are developing only the boring RPGs and not the sports and shooter games. So those studios get a way bigger budget and more resources, and BioWare just has to like live with this leftover scraps. Alright. Okay, so Divish, what's going on? Oh wait. So Robert. Okay, can you finally tell me what's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Scarlet.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Gibbous sent to Scarlet to spy on Sigismund. Said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Take care.
Oh yeah, I've leveled up by talking to somebody.
Halt! Who goes there?
Ah, I knew he's gonna say who goes there.
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. And Lord be praised, we wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father.
They're kind of
Their
dead.
corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Hovel of Balding.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't be a troublemaker right there now!
You donkey. Oh, that was beautiful.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Alright.
Henry,
good for a
I need to
while.
have a word with you.
Although, personally, I never was a big fan of BioWare stuff anyway. I tried to play Dragon Age and it was not good, or not enjoyable in particular. So I personally really won't care if they go out of business. But you could see really well, like I think there's a incredibly well written Kotaku article that basically describes what a fucking trash fire the development of Anthem was. In the sense of how troubled it was, and that it was just something completely out of BioWare's like comfort zone, and also how they kept getting pounded in the buttocks by EA. Anyways, hello, Sir Robot.
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Sure thing.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yesterday.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done to me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
I think one of the things I actually heard about Anthem is that the whole like main gameplay loop was barely working until a few months before release. So they were really close to not even being able to ship a finished product. Alright, so what do I need to do? Let's just keep watch. Run. No, keep watch on the battlements. Alright. Don't need to leave anything there. He's posted an extra guard and battlements. I don't need to join them. So does that mean I'm just gonna... Oh. I'm a guard. I'm a garden. I'm a guard. I'm a garden. So there's no particular quest thing. Alright, make a perception check with disadvantage because it's dark as hell. I think I rolled like a 2 because I can absolutely see fuck all. I see black. I see even more black. Oh.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch.
Well, nobody has ever given me any advice.
Today. You can just go against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
something with this time proceeds. Alright. Oh, he literally just tells me I don't need to leave. I want to at least complete a full. Oh, see if someone out there. See if I find something of interest. Maybe there's like a spot button or something like that.
Good health to you.
What do you think about the Skalitz folk managing to slip away like that?
I can't imagine how they did it. The more I think about it, I was either blessed, or Sigismund's mercenary army ain't up to much. When you're on campaign, you keep watch no matter how much it's pissing down. If any of us make such a cock-up, Sir Robard will flare his skin up our backs.
You only say that because you never saw them attack.
Aye. Well, it's a shame your folks couldn't be saved.
Is Sir Robard really that tough?
Aye. But he's fair. He's a veteran of many a campaign, so he knows warcraft.
I believe it.
Yes, he's a master of the World of Warcraft. Yuck. I actually want to like at least like do a whole like circle. Okay, I cannot. Can I? I'm tempted to find out where I can walk off, but I don't want to. Oh, I guess those are the gates. Well, I think I won't be opening them. What is this, a private area? Oh. Although oh wait, I can't actually use them because I'm too dumb. I have like 2 alts at max level. Oh, I see what. Probably. Yeah, isn't it like up until a certain level I can't use a bow without hurting myself? I can't see jack shit. Ah.
Good day to you. What do you need?
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to flee the siege?
Thank the Lord. I thought it was Sigismund descending on us.
Seems everyone thought that.
Well, we were all expecting the worst. And the truth is, I'm still worried what will happen with
Ah, this is so annoying.
Will, of that I'm sure. I just hope we'll be as fortunate.
I'm sorry about my heavy breathing the whole time.
By the way, Henry, my condolences.
Thank you.
Take care.
Hello. Let's continue doing more damage. Hey, buddy. Oh, I talked about that. Well, if there's gambling, you can bet your ass I'm gonna gamble. Do I even still have money? Or is it actually to say if I gambled all my money away? Because that could be. Where do I see? Oh yeah, I have no money. 0 groschen. Yeah, I mean my computer is already quite old. We're not the youngest anymore. I guess I could reduce the graphic settings. I'm at what am I at high settings? Yeah, I could go to down to medium. Oh, it does. Yeah, lower left corner. I would like to keep watch on more things, but is there another way to? Doesn't look like I can access the other place. Of your PC. Yes. I mean, now I'm at 50 almost 60 FPS. Okay, I think it's good that I just wait on the wall. Hey, come on, gotta get shouted at by Mr. by Robart. But I mean, I guess even if I'm waiting, my passive perception will still kick in. So maybe that helps. Alright, wait. Oh, let's wait. 3 hours. Something's afoot. What is going on? Oh, they are. Well, I'm going. Jesus. Why should I go? Oh shit, here we go again.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. Maybe in for his price. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Okay, yeah, his voice is just really not fitting for a man.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents. Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though,
jeez, guy.
that he and his army have somewhat strength.
Jeez, guy. Your approach is pretty fucking shit.
In Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah, the old man's voice is really not particularly fitting. So Sir Ratzik is the guy we smithed the sword for, right? Oh, attack anyway. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's the guy we smithed the sword for.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Do a twirl, do a dance. Oh. Back for another revenge face shot. And we got another bunch of quests. Never saw that guy again. That would be such a fucking cop-out. Okay, let's see. Who was the guy he was looking for? Sirachik? That's the guy he's looking for, other. Man, even with like, I wonder if that's actually official, like art. I mean, like, whatchamacallit, historic art, not. Well, it looks a bit too, like the faces look a bit too strange. So Divish, William of Talmberg. Dark art. So what does... What? Okay. Okay, is the game generally so buggy, or do I just have bad... Does this game just not like my computer? Look at that walk cycle. It kind of looks like it. Well, let me look. Let me see if I can find a Wikipedia article. Sigismund of Luxem. Yeah. How about Sir Marquard von Aulitz? He seems to does seem to find things. Looks really suspicious though. Okay, that does a So, in the end... Oh, I still have my torch equipped. Can I untorch my torch? Oh, look. Whoop. Whoop. Sigismund army. Notifications. So for the Teutonic Knights against... The Teutonic Knights? Hey, sir! Yeah. Did that hurt me? We've discovered a trader. Although Teutonic Knights are pretty easily counterable by any kind of ranged unit, so they were kind of bad. They're fun to steamroll people with. Especially good against newer players. Are one of my favorite unique units in Age of Empires too. But sadly, like I said, not particularly good. Or not particularly strong. Punch a chicken. I don't want to punch a random chicken. Oh. Hello, guard Radham.
God be with you.
Look at that buckethead.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you
he's doing the Dark Souls thing of just laughing randomly.
Aren't too fond of him. As surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
Alright, I'll have a look around for something.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Good luck to you.
Alright. Oh hey, he's one of the traders.
Jesus Christ be praised.
He doesn't look that bad as the guy described it. A treasure map? A map leading to treasure. Well, thank you. Moonshine. Yeah, we have to gamble a lot for it. Hello, Mr. Villager and Villagers.
My respects to you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Votavar's your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny.
Well, I don't want a
He
granary.
already sold her long since.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next. Good luck to you.
I've never seen such a
Oh,
piece
I
of
want
work
that
in my
hat.
life.
Can I buy that hat? You know what? Let's actually sell some stuff. So we can have at least some sort of
If you've got the coin.
I might also just sell some of the things that we're probably about to spawn anyway, like those apples. Damn, that cheese is valuable. Why do I have a singular arrow? Is that the arrow I got into my knee? I mean, to my leg. Ooh, that is worth a lot. Sell some duck. Duck, goose. I'll keep the apples for now. Alright, haggle a bit.
have a word about the
Naturally.
Okay. Let's say... Okay, first we overshoot.
What do you say to this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Okay. Now we say this.
Are we agreed?
I'd almost shake on that.
Fine.
Almost.
Okay, fine. 17 is... Why can't I only jump in increments of 5 now?
I'll go for that.
Hooray, I gained reputation for a trade. Where are you? You're just a random villager.
For the love of God.
Oh, I got 17 groschen now. I can gamble away. Oh, combat arena. I'm disappointed. Nobody's doing a Slav squad. Ooh. Well, Darby chicken. Should I try and punch one? I gotta punch one just for you guys. See, hope that nobody watches me. Eh. There we go. Yoink. The only reason I can't steal the cabbages. Well, that looks weird. Yeah. It's so out of place, especially. Witnesses. Besides, chance could be witness to crimes. Okay. Seriously? Is that actually a thing in Skyrim that they can witness crimes? Hello, Mr. Robot.
Good help you.
Well, thank you. I could actually use some good health.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their views. Fortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Wait, that's actually pretty fucking dumb that I didn't deliberately, I think we don't have, I think we just use up the learning points. We don't have to find a teacher. Oops. God damn it. Sorry for punching the mic again. I think I'm not going to stream that much longer. I just feel how it's getting more and more tedious to breathe again. Because talking a lot and having respiratory problems don't go well hand in hand together.
What happened?
Give me a second.
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Gutenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair.
It's actually really obnoxious.
And that cabal.
I'm seriously dreading the next night. The next night I'm going to sleep.
Why do you think?
Because it's gonna be a pain in the fucking ass. Oh shit, what was the question? Oh, probably that.
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory.
I have to say, he puts a lot of faith into the assessment of a random peasant,
took a liking to Gutenberg.
of a random yokel.
After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia. in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favored it.
Now you're starting to understand.
Yeah, it's because we have a camera behind our back and in our face, in our
The
head.
people of Kuttenberg began to raise an
In
army
our
against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg,
in
Sigismund
our
killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Zombie,
He defeated Wenceslas's
zombie,
before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Oh, fuck me. What do you know about humans?
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them.
Oh yeah, I like
Only
it
what
as
the
well.
Chamberlain said, that they
I
came
think
to Hungary
Zombie
from
is a
the
really
east
good
and
song.
settled
It's like one of those I have
there.
in
They're
my
godless barbarians
one of
and
those
merciless
old
fighters.
school songs I still have in my
Nobles used to
playlist
say
for
the
no.
Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them
I
because they
downloaded
dishonor our rules of
extra
warfare.
just to put in my
But
playlist.
when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
What did you say about the humans? Maybe I should have paid attention
Where
to the
did these
dialogue.
humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled
Godless
there.
barbarians. Okay.
They're godless,
Gotcha.
and believe me, it's always
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to keep your. Well, I mean, isn't there this guy called Ego Raptor that is a famous Let's Player? I mean, he has millions of subscribers and he never pays attention to the game either. and he still has millions of people watching his dumb shit.
So, Robart, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Let me out before I lose my temper. That is beautiful. I'm almost tempted to use that, but it's just so dumb. Do the same. Not sure if he really would do the same. This is, I think, the one. Like, one thing that kind of confuses me is about, like, you can see in the bottom right, there's this 355. Like, I would say I have to bury my parents is the best argument, but it also shows that it has, like, the lowest chance of success. So just from the option alone, I would go, I have to bury my parents, because this is definitely not going to work. Because, yeah, I know, but it's not the chance of success. It still is a chance of success because having a lower stat there is still a higher tendency that I will fail it because it's the chance. Yes. So stop taking things so literally, god damn it. Like this is not going to work. This, I would say, is not going to work either because I think he's smarter. I think I just say I have to bury my parents.
My parents died there, and I don't want them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Alright. Well, I mean, he lost his fucking parents. His life got turned upside down. He's no longer the Prince of Bel-Air. Can I have your hat?
Good day to you. What do you need?
Your hat. I want your hat. Oh, I can wash myself? Fuck yeah, I wash myself. All this. I just imagine this guy like washing his face and I'm just plumping myself into it. Oh, yeah, look, I'm clean now again. True.
May the Lord watch
What do I need? I need a horse. I need a horse. I need to bury my... Oh, there's a spinning button. Whee! Well, get out of the castle, get a horse, get the armor of Talvag above the guy. Yeah, so we can mug their armor, try to get a horse, and bury my loved ones in Scarlets. Maybe I should have said, Sir, what's his face, that it was part of my main quest. Well, it almost feels like I have fucking throat cancer. I can mount it. Wait a minute, is Alina actually my horse? Because here it just says I can mount it. I guess that is the horse I stole or took. I guess I gave it a name for no reason.
Good day to you.
What do you think about the Scarlets?
Hell of a thing. First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord they got out of the siege. Scarlet's castle is well fortified, all right, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide. Sir Radzig did the right thing. I'm sorry you didn't all manage to get away.
So am I.
You name your own horse in this game. I think you can, actually.
I reckon that Sir
You can also get a bloodhound. God damn it.
Not really. My father was forging a sword for him, and when he came to have a look at it, we exchanged a few words. That's it.
And that's a fine lord. Good luck.
Alright. So is really the only way to progress to really steal an armor? Let's see. Oh, should take my horse. Okay. Well, why does Sir Robot decide? Shouldn't I talk to Lord Unfitting Voice? Where is Lord Unfitting Voice? Well, he's not in here. Oh, hey, lady. Oh, I'm sure she can help me.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle. It's keeping me here by force.
Why for the love of God would you want to leave the castle?
Ah, I know her enough that I can see what it is. So does that mean I can use either one of them and win?
My lady, I know you have a good heart. I can't live with the thought of being left
God
alone
fucking
to be
damn it.
food for stray dogs. How can their souls find peace until they rest in hallowed ground?
My dear boy, you'd risk your own life to give them a Christian burial? My heart goes out to you. I will do what I can to help. I will tremble in fear until your return.
Well, I think I'm gonna stop any time
Just
soon.
get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
Well, couldn't you?
And where can I get that?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Well, I thought you would have a little bit more influence and maybe just organize me one. Might have to pay it, right?
They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujit to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable.
Should we really beg for money? I don't feel like it, to be honest. Nah.
Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Do I look like a Tomahawk soldier? No.
Good luck then.
Okay. You could still look for the lordiest of lordships. Where could he be? Is it a pillow? That's just a pillow. I thought it's a whatchamacallit, an armor. Okay, I think my voice is also starting to give up. This game is so far very enjoyable, and you can definitely not compare it to Skyrim at all. What? Are you kidding me? I can't even talk to Sir Divish. Or is it because he's in the prayer menu? And you can't talk to him when he's praying. Like, don't you interrupt my praying, son. Otherwise I'm gonna get cross. Oh, private area. Hey. Alright, I think I'm going to find a saving opportunity and then just call it a stream. It does look pretty enjoyable. Like, it has a lot of quirks, but interesting quirks to say the least. Yeah, I was also always interested in playing it myself. So, does it automatically save when I go to sleep? Yeah, something like that. Okay, can I sleep now? Okay, this is the other big question. How does the sleeping system work? I mean the saving system work exactly. Okay, I sleep for 1 hour. Does it save now? Okay, game saved. Good. Okay. Oh. Get up, Henry. Well, yeah, I do have to end a little bit early because I currently have trouble. I can barely breathe at this moment. And I think it's only gonna get worse. And before I can't breathe at all anymore, I would prefer to stop the stream before, Can I punch this? Punch it. Fine. Did not. Alright, guys. Well. Well, it doesn't help. I can't get out of the gate. Alright, I really have to stop. Like, it's getting almost painful now at this point. So, good night.